Hey everyone, so in today's video I will be doing a Q&Allie or a Q&A where I just answer your questions that I asked you guys to ask me on Instagram. Wow, that was a lot of the word ask. So last week I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram, so be sure to follow me on Instagram or my other social medias to be alerted when I will be doing another one of these in case you want to ask me some questions. Maybe I should do a YouTube Q&A because I've never been ask me questions on a YouTube video. If that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know or leave your questions down below. But I got a lot of questions, so I'm going to jump right in and answer them. What season of Grey's Anatomy are you on? I am now on season 9. And it was a rough season, season 8. Two of my favorite characters are no longer on the show, so I was really disappointed about that, but now I'm on season 9. When do you want to move out and get your own place? Love your vids. Thank you so much. I get a lot of questions about when I'm planning to move out. I think a lot of people don't realize that I'm only 20, and at least where I'm from, a lot of people don't move out unless they're moving away for school. All of my friends still live at home, and it's not really common for anyone to move out on their own. I've talked about this with my parents because at one point I was thinking about moving out, but my parents would just prefer that I stay home and save my money that I would be putting towards rent and utilities and save it so that when I am ready to move out, I can buy a house or mortgage a house and I won't be living in an apartment. Right now, I just think it would be stupid for me to move out. I am going back to school, but right now I'm not in school, so it would just it just wouldn't be smart. I don't get the purpose of moving out right now. I love my family. I love being with my sister, and I'm gonna have my whole life to live alone without my family, without my parents. So I don't really think it's a huge issue. I know a lot of people on YouTube are like, oh my god, you're freeloading off of your parents, but I don't really look at it that way. When I'm ready to move out, I would rather have enough money to purchase a condo or a house because that just makes more sense to me. I feel like with renting, you're kind of just renting, exactly. You're just renting a space to live there, and I'd rather own the space. So yeah, I don't know, within the next couple of years for sure, I'm pretty sure Mike and I will want to move out together eventually, but for the moment, I have no plans to move out anytime in the very near future. Do you think you'll be upsizing your breast implants in the near future? I get a lot of questions about this because I did say that I was thinking about going bigger. It's kind of touch and go. Some months or some weeks I'll be what am I talking about? My boobs are perfect. I love the size. I can't imagine going bigger. They're perfect. And then some months I'm yeah, maybe a little bit bigger would be good. So I'm kind of up in the air. I've been talking about it recently. I'm yeah, I would like to be just a little bit bigger. I kind of wish that my surgeon did end up going for 365 cc's just so it could be what we discussed kind of, and I'm a 34D, so it is a good size for me. I don't want to go crazy huge Heidi Montag big. No, I just feel I want it a little bit bigger, but at this point I'm it's kind of up in the air. I haven't had an appointment yet. I booked one, but I had to cancel it. So at this point, nothing is 100%, nothing is 100% certain, but it's definitely something that I'm thinking about. Do you and Mike hang out every day? Okay, so this I kind of wanted to talk about because I feel there's this misconception that I'm with Mike every day, and I think that's a lot to do with the vlogs because some vlogs will have 2 or 3 days put together, so it just kind of looks like we're together more. But Mike is very, very busy. That's why I'm very thankful that YouTube is my job because I can, kind of work my schedule around his. He works every day for his dad's company, and then he either has a practice or a game every single day. His only day off is Saturday, and most Saturdays he does have a curfew, so we can't even really do much on Saturday. But we both make each other a priority, which I think is really important if you're dating someone who might have a very busy schedule regardless of what they're busy for. So every Wednesday I'll drive up to his home rink with him, and then I'll wait around the arena. I just met one of the girlfriends last week. We do see each other, but it's not 24/7. How did you and Mike meet? So Mike and I should just make a whole video about the beginning of our relationship story because it's kind of funny and it's cute. The story's cute. So let me know if you guys want to see a story about how Mike met and ended up together. Have you ever had to deal with puck bunnies, and if so, how did you deal with them? So for those of you who don't know, puck bunnies are girls who go after hockey players basically just because they play hockey. They could have nothing in common, but because they have, a jersey, they're going to go after them. So in baseball, there's cleat chasers. I don't know what it's called in football, but for hockey it's puck bunnies, and I have had to deal with them. I see them, they give me dirty looks, but at the end of the day, number one, I know that Mike would never do anything. I know that he's not into that. I know that he would never do that to me. But also being in a relationship with a hockey player since we started dating, and also knowing the guys on the team, I kind of get an inside look. I know what they think of puck bunnies, so I know they're not really I don't know, I just know that they don't respect them. So, like, I've never gone up to someone and been like, no. Like, it's funny, like, I'm flattered, you know? Like, you should be flattered if someone's like, oh, your boyfriend's hot, or I want to be with your boyfriend. Like, at the end of the day, if your boyfriend does something with another girl, or vice versa, if you're a girl and you do something with another guy, it's just because you didn't really care about that person, or you just weren't in love. So, yeah, I don't really give them any attention because I don't really have to worry about them. Are you thinking about changing your car soon? So if you've been watching my vlogs or know me, I have a car and I love my car. I love my little white car. I'm looking at it right now from my window. But I am planning on changing my car eventually. For the longest time, I was like Jeep, 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 like only wanted a Jeep Wrangler. And I still really love a Jeep Wrangler. I haven't test driven one because my plan was, you know, to wait until the spring to sell my car and then, you know, be able to save money over the winter and put a good down payment on a different car. I still haven't test driven a Jeep, so it's still very much an option. I love the way that the Jeeps look, so it's very much an option. But now I'm thinking, like, you know what, maybe I'll get like an Audi or a different car. I don't know. My sister has a Mercedes. It's, you know, it's a nice car, but it's not for me. I like the inside. I don't like the outside. I'm not really a Mercedes person, so I don't know what car I'm gonna get. I'm thinking about like a truck or something. Not like a pickup truck, but like an SUV. I just don't really know, so I definitely need to like go car shopping. There's any budgeting tips? You seem to be so money savvy. You should do a video about how you handle your finances. I know you have no bills, but it would be cool if you could talk about minor things. So I don't have any like house bills, utility bills, but I do pay my credit card. My parents, you know, when I got a credit card, they never gave me a credit card. When I went and applied for a credit card and got it, I knew that whatever I racked up or purchased on my credit card, I would need to pay off. So my parents don't touch my credit card bills, and I pay for my cell phone bills. So yes, I don't pay for my utilities or anything like that, but I do pay for, you know, everything I purchase and my cell phone and gas and car repairs and everything like that. So I am pretty money savvy, and I have a video about how I saved money for my boobs, and that pretty much covers even my saving philosophy now, except I'm not really saving for anything in particular. I'm just like saving. Where is one place you would like to visit but haven't yet? I've been very lucky. I visited a lot of places. My parents took us to a lot of places, but the one place that I haven't been that I'd love to go is like Bora Bora or a place like that. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'd also love to go to Dubai. I've been watching a lot of videos about Dubai, and I think it looks like such a beautiful place. I definitely want to read more about the culture though, because I know that it is it's different being a woman in that sort of culture. So I would like to, and I know the women say they feel very, very safe, but you know, when you go to a place like that where they have different customs and everything like that compared to like Europe or North America, you definitely want to be respectful when going into a new place. I have to say that I do like how in Dubai, when people move there and they're expats from their home country, they adapt their lifestyle to Dubai's, you know, customs, and I feel like more places should do that. I think that Dubai has a very good balance. When you move to a new place, you're moving to a new country. I really like how in Dubai people adapt their lifestyles to Dubai's customs and, you know, religions and stuff like that. Not that everyone should be following the same religion, but I think that when you move to a country that you're moving to a country. So this question was really funny, and it's shag, marry, kill. So I think fuck, marry, kill George O'Malley, Derek Shepherd, and Preston Burke. Those are 3 men characters from Grey's Anatomy. This answer may shock you, but definitely kill George O'Malley. I never really liked him. I found him kind of whiny. I was never really, you know, into him. I would shag Derek Shepherd. I find Derek sometimes annoying, and I would marry Preston Burke because I really honestly felt like he really just wanted love and to be loved. So I would marry Preston Burke. He seemed like a good, you know, husband. Give us your opinion on religion/Christianity. Woo, a loaded question. I don't want to get too into it. I was baptized Greek Orthodox, but I'm not really practicing any religion. I believe in a higher power. I believe in something greater than humans. But I don't believe that a religion makes you a better person. I don't believe that going to church makes you a better person. I think that there are bad people who practice religion. I think there are good people that practice religion. Being a good person, in my opinion, is first and foremost what is truly important. My yaya is very religious. I have a Virgin Mary icon beside my bed because of my yaya. And I feel like I firsthand experienced, like, not supernatural, but a higher power. So I believe in a higher power, but I don't believe that there's one person being a puppet master for everything. For me, I definitely believe in, the law of attraction. I respect people who practice religions. I wouldn't call myself like an atheist or anything because I do believe in something, but I just don't know what I believe in yet. I respect all religions. I respect everyone's opinions and beliefs as long as they're not hurting anybody else. And I think that more people should be like that. I mean, I have people say, oh, you shouldn't say this, oh, you shouldn't say that. I mean, I'm not going to come into your house and be like, oh, you shouldn't be reading a Bible. I mean, if you believe in that and if you want to read it, then how is it my place or my right to come in and judge and point fingers and be like, don't do this, don't do that? Like, no. Like, what self-respecting person would do that? I believe in respect, so that's my belief. What was your favorite childhood show or movie growing up? So my sister and I, if you were Canadian, you probably had the Family Channel. That was our favorite channel. It was like the Disney Channel, but it was called the Family Channel, and it had like Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven, Sweet Life, everything like that. And those shows are still really good. I still love That's So Raven, Lizzie McGuire, all those shows. Love them. We loved That's So Raven. I still love That's So Raven. I think that show should still be on air because of the messages that it sent to, children. When my sister and I, we loved, the Disney movies. We loved White Chicks. We watched White Chicks so many times, and now watching it, I'm like, why were we watching this? Like, we didn't get any of the sexual jokes or innuendos, but we just loved that movie. Whenever we found a movie that we liked, we would rewatch it and rewatch it. How young is too young to wear designer goods? I mean, I got my first Louis Vuitton bag when I was 14. I think I had just turned 14. So I got my Speedy when I was young. Of course, people didn't agree with it because I was young. It's not like I was carrying a Birkin to school, Like, I feel depending on your life, like, you can carry whatever you want. Like, who cares what age you think? Like, when I have a child, like, of course I'm gonna get her like a little, like one of those little tiny Louis Vuitton Speedies. Like, how cute is that gonna be? And people are gonna be like, oh my god, what are you doing? But like, you know what? Like, it's my life, it's my child. Like, if I have a daughter, she's gonna have one of those little Louis Vuitton Speedies. Like, sue me. I just don't think there's like an age limit. I think whatever you feel is right for you. If you have the money and if you have a style that, reflects a Birkin, by all means, girl, get a Birkin. Like, who cares? For me right now, I love Chanel bags, but it's not really my lifestyle right now. I'm definitely more casual, so that's why I like Louis Vuitton. And I like to take credit for the Louis Vuitton sergeants at my high school, because when I first brought my Neverfull and my Speedy to my high school, no one like had that. Like, no one brought that to school. It was like no one would bring that. And then now when I drive past the school or I go visit the school, I see all these little Louis Vuitton Neverfulls, and it's so funny. I'm like, I started that. Like, I was the first one who brought it, and then my sister brought it, and then more people started getting Neverfulls, and I'm like, that was me. I don't think there's like an age limit. I think it's just when, what feels right. Favorite pizza toppings? I love Italian sausage and green peppers and jalapenos. But it depends on where I'm ordering from. But I love Italian sausage. Oh, I love Italian sausage. Would you ever purchase a Celine bag? No. Celine bags are not really my style. I don't see myself ever purchasing one. And, this pretty girl, she just asked, can we be besties? Of course. Oh, she's so pretty. What is something Mike does that gets you really mad? What does he do that gets me mad? He gets me mad when we're like having a disagreement and he's just like, okay. And I'm like, what do you mean okay? Like, you have nothing more to say than okay? We'll be in person talking and he'll just be like, okay. I'm like, can you not say more than a syllable, like 2 syllables? But he doesn't really do much that makes me mad. He does this face if we're arguing, and we call it like his stupid face, and he'll do it and I'm like ready to like pounce. Like, I get so upset, but I probably do a lot more stuff that annoys him. I know a lot of you guys think he's an asshole, but that's just because he's not comfortable on camera. Like, he really is so kind and just like the most amazing boyfriend, and I'm just sad that you guys can't see that because he's not comfortable on camera.